As the founder of Immjuss LLC, I am proud to offer services that can help improve your mood and overall quality of life. I understand the importance of self-care and mental health. I have dedicated my time to discovering how art, music, and smells can help bring joy into people's lives. Immjuss LLC offers a wonderful collection of paintings, extraordinary scented candles made with natural herbs and flowers, consulting services for advice and listening, as well as moon water. Visit immjussllc.com. No matter your needs or desires, you'll find something special here.
What's up, you guys? Okay, the first thing I want to do is they have this thing going around. It's going around Ticks of the Talk. Hey, boos. Hey, Vicky. I see you here, boo. I see you here. Hey, Glam mother. Hi, boo. You're listening and folding laundry, girl. I'm doing laundry too, girl. Hey, good sis. How you doing, Courtney? Thank you for hitting the like, boo. All right. So let's talk about this, y'all. Because this is a serious topic. This isn't like people like stuff that's funny, that's all that good stuff. But I like that too. I do. I like a good kiki. I do, but people gotta understand that there's some serious shit going on in the world. So this is about spiritual warfare. Hold on. Let me do this first. Let me put this up here first for you guys. Because some people don't understand. This is what they say. This is Google's definition of spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare is the Christian concept of fighting against the work of preternatural evil. What? Preternatural evil forces. Okay. It's based on the biblical belief in evil spirits or demons that are said to intervene in human affairs in various ways. First of all, I don't know what Google got going on, but it's not. Spiritual warfare is not only a spiritual a Christian belief. It's not, y'all, because there is many, and in many religions there are tools to fight against spiritual warfare. All right. All right. So now let's go. Now, after I done said, hey, let me see your transcripts. Oh, you listening to Getting Dressed? All right. That's what you going out. Let me find out y'all got a life. Okay. That sounds nice. That sounds fun. All right. So now I'm going to put this back up here. What they had said was that there is a a holiday, holy day, that that all of them is like they represent one of the seven deadly sins. Okay, I made notes, y'all. So they have gluttony. I mean lust. Let's start with lust. Lust is unrestrained sexual craving. Gluttony is overindulged, especially by overeating. Pride is inflated sense of one's accomplishments. Okay. Sloth is laziness, lack of effort, wrath, uncontrolled feelings of hatred and anger. Greed is the excessive desire for material things, and envy is the jealousy towards another's happiness. So those are the seven deadly sins, and I need you guys to understand that I don't know why they put it as 70 deadly sins because these right here they'll mess you up. They'll mess you up, like for real. Feeling a lot of these things, they'll mess you up in everyday life, and it don't matter if you're a Christian or whatever religion you're in. But what they try to do is they try to what is this, mix this up with Christianity, so people that don't do Christianity or don't that is not a Christian, they won't pay attention to it. That is not a good idea. That's not okay. You need to watch how you act, no matter what religion you're in, or even if you're just spiritual like myself. You really need to pay attention to how you act and what you do and how you think and how you feel. So let's get into that. All right, they say that there is a holiday that is represented by each one of the seven deadly sins. Okay, so let's start with New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is supposed to be sloth because they say New Year's Eve and St. Patrick's Day. They was like, oh, you get all drunked up and stuff like that, and then you know what I'm saying. You put in a lack of effort because you have what is that? You know, you drunk and you have your little, you fucked up. You know, but what people don't know, or what the people that made that don't know, is that there is multiple things that are being promoted, multiple quote unquote deadly sins that are being promoted in each one. So with New Year's Eve, you got sloth, laziness and lack of effort. You got lust because they're telling you to kiss the person right next to you. When it clocks 12, you just kissing random people. Overindulgence, sloth, and gluttony goes hand in hand a lot of times, because when you do excess eating and drinking, you lazy. Pride, you know what I'm saying? You're not humble. And then with wrath, you know what I'm saying, on New Year's, you get pissed off and you get mad if you don't have, the people to chill with on New Year's. Your greed and gluttony, how are y'all even taking them apart? And envy and wrath, come on. All right, so then after that, you have Independence Day. And Independence Day, the major one that they said with that is pride. You know why, y'all. But like I said before, you can put them all into Independence Day. Valentine's Day, they said that one is represented by lust, but you could put them all into Valentine's Day. Halloween, what did they say was Halloween, y'all? Let me say. I think it was wrath was Halloween. I'm not sure. I think they said that Halloween was wrath. However, you could put them all into Halloween. And we all, well, not all of us know, but to let you know, Halloween is not a Christian holiday. It's not it's not a religious holiday at all. Halloween is when the veil is the thinnest, between our world and the next world. So that is when a lot of people want to come together and they want to do rituals because you can communicate with the other side. All right. So Halloween should never be should be, and not only that, let me tell y'all, when y'all get yourself and your children dressed up on Halloween, y'all are summoning whatever it is that y'all dressing up as. If you're dressed up, oh, because the little mermaid was something big this year, y'all. So there was a lot of little mermaid costumes. Y'all are summoning water deities. All right. And I don't know if y'all notice or not, but they not too nice. They are not nice. Water deities are not nice at all. All right. So, people think that it's harmless fun to dress up on Halloween and, oh, we're just having fun. No, you're summoning spirits. And not only that, but that's an invitation. That is an invitation. A lot of people don't understand. Well, do y'all know? But they know, but they don't pay attention to the fact that the spiritual world, they're like vampires. Like vampires too, you have to invite them in. Them niggas can't just walk up in your home. And that's why I tell you guys, don't put a welcome mat in the front of your door. Because you brought the welcome mat. You placed the welcome mat. So they don't need a verbal, welcome. You have, you know what I'm saying? Because the welcome mat is there. It's like, come on in. You're welcoming spirits with a welcome mat. And those are little things that people don't know that they're doing that is kind of harmful to your spiritual health. All right. So where was that? Halloween, yo. Okay, then you got Thanksgiving Day. They said the major one for that is gluttony, but it's gluttony and it's greed. If you never thought about it. All right. Then you got Easter. Child, which one they say was Easter? Easter was oh, it was no, Easter was wrath. Easter was wrath because the story of behind Easter. And you know what I'm saying, our cousin Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So they said Easter was wrath. And so and then Christmas. Christmas, of course, is greed. But Easter can be right. But think about it like this. Easter was supposed to be about Jesus, but they got mother effers painting um eggs. Easter actually, the other part of the story behind Easter is that it is a fertility. Easter has everything to do with fertility. It don't have nothing to do with Jesus. The real, backstory behind Easter and why you paint eggs and stuff like that is that it's all a fertility ritual. So yeah, I'm telling y'all. There is two stories behind every holy day. The holy days or the holidays, y'all think it has stuff to do with Christian, but back in the 1300s, Emperor, what's his name, Constantine, he like there was always fights between pagans, which were the people before Christianity was a thing. They wanted to keep practicing their what they did. So, they was always slaughtering each other. The pagans and the Christians, they was always beefing, bro, on some real like blood crip type shit. So Emperor Constantine in the 1300s was like, yo, stop beefing. I'll combine the two. And you know what I'm saying? We can have a little bit of everything in there. And that's what's been going on since then. Since then, everybody has been doing a Christian paganism. A lot of the Christian concepts that we have today have pagan roots. He did that. And then he said, oh, I saw Jesus on the battlefield and he told me he loved me. He had this whole production, y'all, that brought, it was political. It brought Christians together with the pagans, but it also watered down Christianity to where as though a lot of y'all are a lot of Christians, they be doing witchcraft. They don't even be knowing it. All right, so so let's see. All right, let's talk about spiritual warfare. I got notes, y'all. All right, so another thing I see I have on here is spiritual attacks. Okay, so hold on, let's see what Google says about spiritual attacks. We have spiritual attacks. Oh. And spiritual attacks is when you're being attacked spiritually. But a lot of people don't understand that you're not just being attacked spiritually, you're being attacked spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. When you're being spiritually attacked, it affects you. It affects you in more ways than you would ever know. All right, it's a spiritual war. Oh, it says spiritual attacks. I didn't say spiritual warfare, sis. But look, when I put in spiritual attacks, it put spiritual warfare is a term used by even used in evangelical imagery. Damn, evangelical imagery that comes from the Bible, particularly in the book of Revelations. Why didn't they say that when I put in spiritual warfare? See, that's how you know Google on that BS. When I put in spiritual warfare, it said it's a Christian concept. See right here, a Christian concept. But when I put in spiritual attacks, it's telling me that spiritual warfare is a term using evangelical imagery that comes from the Bible, particularly in the book of Revelations. Child, if you are experiencing spiritual distress, you can reach out to a spiritual leader. Child, I know you effing lying. Hold on, let's see what if I take the S off. Spiritual attack. So AI don't know what spiritual attack is. A spiritual attack may refer to spiritual warfare, spiritual struggles, and spiritual distress. All right. Spiritual struggles, it says conflicts over spiritual matters with God, within oneself, with other people. These conflicts can generate distressing emotions. Child, I know they lie. I know. Wow. I'm sorry, y'all. It's just it's really crazy. It's really crazy that Google is really sitting here trying to they're trying to like how can I say it? Put stuff like this in a box. Like it only happens to Christians. They are really trying to do that. Like it only happens to Christians. And you know, one of the reasons I believe they're doing that is so that other people will not they won't like not they don't even give Christians the proper tools. All right, it says 10 signs you are under a spiritual attack. All right, so it says feeling discouraged, defeated, or depressed, loss of spiritual desire, difficulty with prayer life, and it is not just with church. It's not not doing what you wanted to do or being the person that you wanted to be in general when it comes to your spirituality. All right, let me see. Hold on, what you say, Courtney? She just said also could draw protection sick. Yes, underneath you from yes, you can. I promise you. All right, so physical fatigue and or sickness and malice, feeling drained or a lack of energy with no motivation. Doubting God's goodness. God is good. You know what I'm saying? And you know what's crazy is they like to use this when someone is want to ask questions. Like, you know, when people question the Bible or question some of the things that just don't make sense, they want to say, "Oh, you're under spiritual attack." No, I have questions. Like, don't use this for a reason to not answer my question. And so it says um negative disturbing thought throughout life. The enemy attacks your mind, and the mind is the battlefield. You may be wrestling with anxious, fearful, or worrisome thoughts. Many times people will erroneously think that nobody cares about them. All right, so let's talk about this. The mind is a battlefield, and every time you are attacked, you're attacked in the mind. The live I just did about googly eyes and you know what I'm saying, Pepto Bismol braids. Look at what they do. They try to mentally mess with people. Look at what TJ do. She seeks out people that are not mentally strong enough, and she preys on them. She is a predator, and they hide behind God. They always hide behind God, and that's not okay. You'll see a lot of people that are predators, that are like mental predators. They hide behind God. Why? Don't get mad at me, Christians. It's because a lot of times Christians, they feel are gullible. They feel Christians are gullible because all you have to do is say God is good and pretend like, you know what I'm saying, you're a Christian like them, and they're gonna support you. They will. And so a lot of times Christians are they hold on, yeah. Hold on. And so sometimes, no, most of the times, when people want to uh be a part of something, or they try to, what I'm saying, use a group of people, they go for the Christians. It's not hard to become. Look at all of these daggone look at the pastors that y'all got in Christianity. Look at that. Child, they be cutting up. Them pastors be cutting up, y'all. Ain't got time for the shenanigans. I'm not gonna hold it for you. Thinking about going back to your old lifestyle, child. You know how many times I be like, look, they be trying me, y'all. They be trying your good sis. And I be like, look, if they only knew that your good sis was crazy, they would think again. It says old emotional wounds from the past resurface, battling with feelings of guilt, condemnation, and shame. Feelings of rejection, belonging, and loneliness seems to be heightened. Confusion over what you believe. Okay, those are 10 signs of a spiritual attack. And what things that they didn't put in this list is not going to sleep. Not, you know what I'm saying? Not sleeping like you should sleep, because you should get good rest. But when someone spiritually attacks you, or when you're going through, or when let's talk about this. When a witch attacks you, one of the first things that they come for is your sleep. They come for you in your sleep. All right. So let's talk about this. All right. Let's talk about your sleep and your dreams. All right. I don't know if you guys ever heard this, but if you didn't, your good sister about to tell you now. Do not eat in your sleep. All right. Have y'all ever heard that? Don't eat in your sleep. Um, when you eat, like, if someone, if something from the spiritual world wants to get you, they can get you to agree or ingest. I mean, agree to whatever the hell it is by getting you to eat something. So if you're having a dream and you're with all your family and they're cooking food and everything's all good, and you sit down and you eat, you're gonna have to train yourself. You're gonna have to train yourself how to not eat in your sleep. So that's one of them. The second one is hold on. The second one is don't have sex in your sleep. Do not have sex in your sleep. And this one is crazy. It's not too crazy if you think about it, but I want to say there is a thing called a succubus. It's a what is it? It's an incubi and a succubi, right? And so they come to you in your sleep and they try to get you to sign a contract. During the day, you might get somebody might say, "Oh yeah, girl, I'm trying to get you to do this," and they trying to try to put a spiritual contract on you because they want to mess up your life. And then you'll go to sleep and you'll have a dream of that person that you find is so sexy, and you like, "Oh boo, you see me?" And they like, "Boo, I see you," and you have sex in your sleep. And there's a difference between demon sex and just missing sex. When you have sex in your sleep and it is not fake, you feel it. It feels really real. It feels real, real. And so that is a way that they bind you. It's a way to bind you, bind them to you, or bind whatever contract or whatever or spirits to you. And I ain't lying. This is real. This is not bullshit. This is real. So don't do that. You never know. Hold on, let me see if Google have anything on them succubus. You know what's crazy? Hold on, succubus. Let me see. What? Succubus. All right, hold on. on. And they like saying shit like it's super, like it's fake. This shit isn't fake. They want you to believe that this is not real, so you'll fall victim to it. You know what I'm saying? They really want you to fall victim to a lot of this stuff. So they don't tell you about it, or like mythology. You could think mythology is fake if you want to, but hold on, let me say something about mythology, y'all. They want you to believe mythology is a myth that is not real. However, in the Bible, they tell you that angels was looking down from, you know what I'm saying, their perch or wherever they was at. They looked down at the women and was like, yo, they sexy, and decided to have sex with them. And so once they had sex with them, they birthed titans, or they birthed demigods. They tell you that in the Bible. And then it stops right there. Then they tell you that it's not real, or it's mythology about demigods. No, that's not a myth. That is the other part of the story. That's the other part of the story. All right, suck you, Buzz. The only thing is that if you were to read about the other half of the story, and if you were to understand and to believe it, then you would know how to protect yourself from it. And they don't want you to be able to protect yourself. They have to be the savior. They have to save you. So it has to be like a problem solution. They want to be the solution to the problems that you have. And if you know that you can solve your own problems, or you can protect yourself, you don't need them. But they need you to need them, number one. And number two, they need you to be a prey. All right, so let's see. What is the role of the succubus? The succubus is under a Lin demon in a female form, or supernatural entity that appears in dreams to seduce men, usually thought usually through sexual activity. The description of the same can be traced back to folklore and medieval times. The male equivalent of this is known as the incubi. So this is real. But the thing about it is they have watered it down and tried to make it so commercialized and so entertaining that people don't take it as serious as they should. You see what I'm saying? And you really should take it serious. One of the biggest succubi, I believe Lilith was. Hold on, y'all. There you go, Lilith. Lilith, let me see, y'all. Succubus Lilith. Look, they done made her a cartoon. I know you effing lying. I know. Hold on. Let me take this off, because that might be Lilith. Damn. Let me tell you something else they do. Let me tell you something else they do. And y'all gotta watch out for this. They will make a cartoon, a movie, or something, a comic. They'll make it for, like I'm trying to look up Lilith as a succubus now. They'll make a cartoon or something for it. So when you look it up, you can't find the actual text about it. You'll just find fan pages and stuff like I'm looking now. They did it for the Moors. They did it like with Wakanda. They did it, so when you try to look up the Moors, when you try to look up the Black Panther Party, you can't find it. You can't find nothing on it. You'll find stuff about movies and stuff like that. So it's really hard to see Jewish folklore. And hold on, let me see. Bone, let me see. An introduction to folklore, sex demons, assailant by night, Lilith and the breeding of demons, other succubi. Let me see. Religious forms. So let me see. Okay. Our episode continues with our last more terrors of the night. Look, our episode. What I tell y'all. We begin a quick nod and shoddy treatment of the topic of the incubus was received in films and represented. Look at it. Look, look. You try. You really try. You try to look it up and you can't find it because you find films and all of that other stuff. So let me see. Let's try TikTok, because you know your girl says love some ticks of the talk, y'all. Succubus. Look, let me see what this is.
10 spooky facts about succubus demons. 1. These demons always have the appearance of a woman of extraordinary beauty, perfect skin, and dark or reddish hair, possibly the same aspect of Lilith, queen of darkness and night, from whom all other succubi are believed to be descended. 2. They hide behind this attractive facade in order to attract and tempt mortals who cross their path. Her only mission is to attract first, to torment later. 3. Their movements are agile and precise. Their way of walking is very seductive and they have a great presence and charisma. Complete video in the comments. 10 spooky facts about succubus.
Child. So one thing I love about me some TikTok is TikTok don't be playing with our ass. TikTok will have what I'm looking for. Hold on, let's see. And a spirit spouse. Look, and I believe Lilith, she went like, all right, the story is that Lilith was the first woman with Adam, but she wanted to be equal to Adam. So Adam was like, we ain't doing that. So they sent her to hell, and Lilith couldn't have children. So from my understanding, Lilith was, you remember, what, when kids pass away in their sleep? Yeah, that was her. So she would go around knocking kids off, and then all the female kids that Lilith had became succubus. Girl, it's a lot.
That a succubus is a spirit spouse. This is a spirit that takes on the characteristics of a woman to sleep with a man, sometimes women. And they get yoked up with the person and form a covenant bond with them. This is when you have what you would call wet dreams. Years and years ago, I remember I'd come face to face with them. One time in a dream, the spirit took on a full body, but it didn't have a face. The area where the face was supposed to be looked like it was smoothed over with skin. No eyes, no nose, no lips, just skin. That was when I had a spirit spouse. Many of you know I used to be in witchcraft. I'm saved now. I saved in 2009 when the Lord brought me out of it. The Bible in Isaiah talks about Lilith, who is also known as a female night demon. This, my friends, is a succubus, and the opposite is an incubus. If you have this, get delivered from it. Follow for more. The deadline's in a few days. My wife and I are doing a 3-day class, and this subject is included in it, as well as how to identify spirits, marine spirits, and more. Click the link in my comments to join, or if you're on TikTok, click the link in my bio. And it is not a live class, it's pre-recorded, so if you work, you won't miss it. You have the links to watch at your own pace. See you there. Did you know that a succubus is a...
Oh, shoot. Okay, so, yeah, succubus ain't nothing to play with. I ain't gonna hold y'all. And neither is an incubus. They're not. But you see how they're cosplaying them like it's okay, like it's fun and it's funny. And I promise you, it really isn't. So when you guys like, and here we go again with Halloween. So when you guys cosplay, and if you remember the first time they said they have the red hair, like, like the Little Mermaids, like the Little Mermaid. And Christians in the Bible, it tells you guys that when the angels came down, hold on. Ooh. Oh, sorry. When the angels came down and they saw the women, they taught them. They taught them witchcraft. They taught them all that stuff. And when the flood came, God put them in the oceans. What do y'all think these quote unquote mermaids are? None of it, like energy doesn't die, it transfers. So they're not gone. Like for some reason, Christians think that they're gone. No, the women in Haiti, they tell you do not go by the water or certain water, especially at night, because they will get your ass. Okay, and it's not just there; they're in the water. So it ain't Little Mermaid. Let's not. Ooh, I'm gonna do a live about Disney, y'all, because I don't know if y'all forget about Disney. Okay, but hold on, I'm writing it down. But they really have taken on and commercialized a lot of these spirits that y'all don't need to really deal with. And so hold on, let's go to another one. Another, hold on, another Something else that I want you guys to look out for is, hold on. Did I do it right? Okay, don't eat in your dreams. Don't have sexual, you know what, in your dreams. And don't sign nothing. Oh my God. You don't know how many people do this. Don't sign nothing in your dreams, bruh. Don't, when you go to, don't sign shit. Don't put your John Hancock on nothing in your sleep. Please. Do a little commercial break.
As the founder of Immjuss LLC, I am proud to offer services that can help improve your mood and overall quality of life. I understand the importance of self-care and mental health. I have dedicated my time to discovering how art, music, and smells can help bring joy into people's lives. Immjuss LLC offers a wonderful collection of paintings, extraordinary scented candles made with natural herbs and flowers, consulting services for advice and listening, as well as moon water. Visit immjussllc.com. No matter your needs or desires, you'll find something special here.
All right. So yeah, please don't sign nothing in y'all sleep, bro. Don't y'all you go to sleep. If you go to sleep and you have a dream that you're gonna become a star, and they're like, yo, just sign your name on a dotted line right here. Don't do it. Don't do it. And if you wake up and you remember that dream, write it down and then think beforehand. What the hell was you going through, or what happened to you that week? That, like, who might have wanted you to do so? Like, what is going on? Because let me tell you right now, bad people don't get attacked. So they're trying to mess up something that you have going on. Don't let it happen. Please don't sign nothing in your sleep. I That should be self-explanatory, but sometimes people don't listen. All right, so now I want to talk about monitoring spirits. Monitoring spirits. They're close to gossiping spirits. They watch you, and they have been watching you since you was born, child. Monitoring spirits will have been watching you. They know you. They know everything about you. And they could jump from person to person. You know what I'm saying? And they get information from you that could be needed or might be needed to mess up your life, to mess up what you have going on. All right, let me give you guys let me tell you. All right, so have you ever just met somebody and they just start saying, "Oh, XYZ. Oh, girl, you did this, and that, and that." All right, people that read your fortune, they talk to spirits. They they say, "Oh no, it's intuition." No, no. Anybody that can tell you about yourself and you didn't tell them about you, they talk to spirits. 9 times out of 10, they're talking to monitoring spirits. You know what I'm saying? Or they either way, they're in tune with the spirit realm and they do talk to spirits. Okay, point blank period. I don't care. They talk to spirits. So the spirit world is pretty connected, but it's just like they have, what is it, ranks. You know what I'm saying? So you got the little joints to go and they, what I'm saying, tell what's going on to the, just like a little mafia. So, a gossiping spirit are the ones that go out there and they get information, and they want to tell the whatever spirit it is that is latched onto you, that wants to mess up your life. Or I'm sorry, that is not latched on you, but it's connected to whatever wants to mess up your life, or whomever wants to mess up your life. So, a monitoring spirit is that person that come around, asks you questions. Let me tell you how you can notice a monitoring spirit. They come around, they ask you questions. They only seem happy when you're telling them about bad shit. They want to know what you, and they but they do want to know what good stuff you have going on in the works. They do. And you gotta think about, how do I feel when this person's around? If there's somebody that comes around and be like, "Girl, I was just trying to see how you was doing and what you got going on," and you be like, "Oh, girl, I'm doing great. I'm doing good." You know what I'm saying? And they be like, "Oh, okay, because I was just trying to check up on you." That's one thing. But if you're like, "Oh, shoot, if you're like, "Oh, I'm doing good. Everything's fine, girl. Everything's good," and they'll hit you with the, "Are you sure?" because X, Y, and Z, or are, or did you know what I'm saying? Is this going? That's a monitoring spirit. Social media, because people just want to tell their business on social media. It's social media has made it easier for monitoring spirits. There's people that, if you notice, especially on like Instagram, because my Facebook, I don't have many people on there, but on Instagram, more people see your stories than actually like them because they don't like you. All right. So you gotta really be careful who you tell your business to, because a lot of times you tell your business to people and they only want to hear it because they want to screw up everything that you go through. So be careful. Let's see what TikTok has to say about monster spirits, y'all. Monster spirits explain and how to defeat them. Let's see what she say.
A video on monitoring spirits. Okay. So, long story short, monitoring spirits are a category of demonic spirits closely related to and even in the same vein as gossiping spirits. Monitoring spirits are usually assigned to you from the day that you are born. They watch you and everything that you are doing. This is how monitoring spirits usually find out what your struggles are and what your deepest sins are, too. Because remember, the enemy cannot hear your thoughts in any way whatsoever. But they pretend to be greater in power than they actually are because they watch you all the time.
All right. So she made a really good point. Um, a lot of people, especially people that say, "Oh, I could read your past, present, or future, or whatever the hell, past and present." Like I said, they talk to spirits, and so when someone is like, "Are you like, oh my God, how did you know that?" They seem more powerful than they really are. Not only that, but spirits in general, especially the bad ones, they really do seem powerful, especially when they come in human form or when they, are inside of a human.
They ain't got nothing better to do. The goal of a monitoring spirit is to get information out of you so that they can send it on to other powers within the hierarchy of the kingdom of darkness. Their intention is to mess you up, make you stumble, and in some cases, even manipulate you into making you think that certain things are for you or sent to you that actually aren't from God. This is actually how a lot of counterfeit situations end up happening, because if you go around divulging to everyone what God said he's going to do, you can guarantee the enemy's listening too. A great example of monitoring spirits in the Bible is the story of Delilah and Samson. And this is why she continuously hounded Samson.
Signs that you're not tripping or being picky or being mean, but your discernment is just kicking in about a specific person. One, your spirit is not going to agree with the spirit or spirits within them. You may not know exactly what it is at first, but something is going to feel off. Two, this person may pretend that they like you, but if they follow you on social media but don't like or comment under anything,
Yo, when the monitoring spirits come trying to ask you information about your relationship just out the blue, like, oh, how is this? They're fucking monitoring spirits.
Mm-hmm.
You need to learn to lie. Stop
Right.
telling people all the truth. Lie. You don't.
Witches and warlocks are going to hate the fact that I'm saying this, but I'm going to say it anyways. One night, there was a woman at our revival meeting, and she was telling us about the fact that before she got saved, she was an ex-witch, and that she would astral project, which is her spirit would leave her body, and she would go into the spirit realm and she would torment people. She would go after Christians who had no revelation of the authority. And one thing she said that shook me, that they would target Christians who had no prayer life or no revelation of their authority. What deeply saddens me is that a lot of witches have more faith in their false practices than Christians do in their prayer life. Witches will both.
I would like to say something. First of all, I would like to say that what he's saying is very true. There's a lot of Christians out here that is falling very serious from the wayside, and they're not praying. They're not look at Jag. Jag claims to be a fucking Christian, but she was so happy about talking to a warlock, or what did she say it was? Y'all, I forget. But he was a witch. You know what I'm saying? But however, I would like to say that Christianity is not older than a lot of the other stuff, especially root work. Christianity is not older than root work, and Christianity actually has root work in it. Just like I said before, with Emperor Constantine, he merged them. So one of the reasons why witchcraft seems so what like they like it so much, is and it seems so familiar to them, is because it's a mixture. But you have to pick a side and you got to stay there. Like, you can't do that. Like, y'all got to stop teetering. We are in a serious, I don't think y'all understand. We are in a serious spiritual war. You got to be good, or you can't just be teetering and teeter-tottering. Y'all got to pick a side and y'all got to stay there, because me, as someone who does I do root work. I'm spiritual. I'm not a Christian. However, I do try to point out a lot of holes, so so Christians can be like, get their shit together, because we're in the middle of a freaking war right now. So I need you guys to understand that there are people that are really looking for you guys to stumble and fall so they can just attack you. There's a lot of misery loves company right here. Look at googly eyed TJ raggedy ass. I can't stand her. Look at her life, bro. Look at how she has the audacity to laugh at Jaguar when she ain't shit. She is a horrible individual. And people are like, well, how come she's not getting her karma? Yo, they say the devil don't go for the bad. They don't go for the bad. They go for the good. And evil or negativity or the devil, so to say, they know the Christian Bible it just as well, if not better, than the good. I'm telling you. Y'all better tighten up. Y'all better tighten up. I did say I was gonna tell y'all this. Hold on. Because that heifer Jaguar, she tried it. I've been telling y'all that bitch was a witch for a long fucking time, and the bitch tried it. I had a pendant around my neck for protection, and this mother effer tried it. All right, had my neck burning and everything with my pendant on it, so I had to just reroute. But it was my problem. It was my fault because I indulged that information. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, "Oh, I like your necklace." I said, "Oh, it's for protection." And ever since I said that, my neck, the shit started burning. I still got scars on my neck right now. Y'all got to really, but I still got the pendant on me. I just don't have it in the same spot. And what's crazy is that it's not burning. It's just, and I had to do a couple of things. I had to do a little razzle dazzle. You know what I'm saying? Because I was being spiritually attacked. So y'all gotta pay attention. Y'all gotta be careful, bro. Because there are people out here that want to hurt and want to harm you just because you're not where they are on the misery scale.
Boast about this. They'll say, I manifest this, I manifest that. And as Christians, we need to realize that a lot of us are facing the same warfare over and over again because we have an infant revelation of our authority. There are so many witches who will go out there and say, I love manifesting this and manifesting that. And what they're doing is a perverted version of what was originally heaven's technology. And that is the fact that God has given believers to decree and to command. And my question is, do we have more faith in our God?
My question is it a perverted version of heaven's technology if they learned it from the angels? Or were we not just we just was not supposed to do it down here on earth? We was just supposed to live. We actually, I mean, from the Bible, we were just supposed to we were supposed to only be down here as workers, right? We were supposed to just work on the earth. So I believe that we just wasn't supposed to know that. And that was the problem. We weren't supposed to know. The knowledge was not supposed to have been given to us. However, it was. And now there's a battle. So, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to there is power in the name of Jesus. I need y'all to, there is power in the name of Jesus because you guys have given it power. And so many times Christians don't use that to their advantage, bro. And I be telling y'all better talk to the brother. Y'all better talk to Cuzzo Jesus. Tell him to come on. We know he's still at home. We know that he is in we know he in his bloomers in the bed watching this ghetto ass plane. Shoot. Look, Cuzzo is he is tanned. Cuzzo is not blonde hair and blue eyes. He is tanned and a little brown. He's like, if I come down there and look what they doing right now. If he come down here right now, you know he gonna be in trouble again. He's like, why do I want to go through that again? I'm not coming with y'all acting like y'all acting. It is embarrassing. Y'all need to get it together.
Who's the real God? Then
4 signs a monitoring spirit has been sent to watch you. A monitoring spirit can be a witch's familiar. It just has to be a spirit sent to watch over you. They'll cause you to veer off your path and be very stagnant within your goals and spiritual practices.
Another thing, because a lot of times you guys don't know when you're dealing with witches and witchcrafts and shit like that. If you have someone who studied witchcraft or is a witch in your life and you don't, and a lot of shit is going like negative, is going wrong, and you don't understand why, or you don't know, I'm gonna tell you, look, you're good, sis. I got you. A lot of flies. If you got an abundance of fucking flies, if you have animals and they, look, y'all could think this shit is funny if you want to. You could think I'm lying to you, but I'm telling you, I am somebody who has studied witchcraft. I have studied witchcraft, all of it, blood, spells, all of it. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm just a root worker. I really just want to make people happy. I know shit is messed up and I want things to get better. That is me. I want things to be better and I want people to be happy. And I know there's a spiritual war right now and I am not on the side of bad. And I'm trying to get people to get back on the side where they have morals and stability in their life. So let me tell y'all, from somebody who used to do witchcraft seriously. Y'all might think this is funny, but it's not. If you think animals are watching you, I'm gonna tell you some signs. If you have a lot of flies in your house and a lot of roaches, if you have a lot of roaches and you don't understand because you keep your house clean, but you got roaches, or you have a lot of flies and you're like, well, what the fuck are these niggas coming from? You know what I'm saying? Or, beetles and it, or if you have, what is it? Or like I said, animals are watching you and shit like that. Don't overlook that. Y'all need to pray. Don't overlook that. Y'all need to pray and y'all need to ask why. Like why? Because if you ask, you'll get an answer. It might not be the answer your ass want. A lot of times you don't like the answer you get, but it's the answer you need. That's not a joke. It's not a joke, bro. Hey, oh my gosh, do y'all notice that a lot of animals are starting to act like people? Y'all don't see what we're slipping into? Like, y'all don't see how we are diving into different dimensions and how shit is changing and how a lot of animals is taking on human personalities. These niggas out here doing shit and answering you and shit, having a whole conversation. I had a whole conversation with my grandcat the other day. These wild animals, lions and tigers and bears is acting like niggas pets and shit. This isn't a coincidence. We are slipping into Disney princess mode, and that's not a good thing for real. And a lot of this start with the mind. It's a spiritual warfare, and the battlefield is the mind. And I don't think people understand I don't think y'all understand how serious your thoughts are, especially when you project them and make them your reality.
The first sign is you cannot hold on to money. Anytime you get money, it feels like a problem was just waiting on you to get money, and it'll come out of nowhere and it'll take your money. Your money will go towards negative things like hospital bills or fixing leaks or paying car insurance. Sign number 2, you feel like you can't seem to win.
Let me tell y'all this. I'm gonna tell y'all this story. On use of the tubes, I was on here, and I've always had a good heart on YouTube, and so it was a couple of people that I was supporting, but this one particular person I was supporting, it seemed like it seemed like for some reason my money, like I just couldn't keep money. You know what I'm saying? It's like I just could every and it's oh, this shit is crazy. What she's saying is wild because it really felt like that. Like I just could not keep money. And so it's like you'll get signs that you need to get the hell around away from certain people. You know what I'm saying? You will get those signs.
Always on your last straw and bad stuff is always happening. Sign number 3. You feel like somebody is watching you. Through the night, you don't fully let yourself rest. You toss and turn, you sweat, and you also wake up in shock. Number 4, you always feel like something is following you, like a cat or a dog or a bird. It just won't go away. 4 signs a monitoring spirit has been sent to watch you.
I wanted to come on here. I know y'all just seen that flat path. Monitoring spirits. As I'm trying to make a video, I wanted to come on here.
I saw that fly by. Hold on.
Beware of all monitoring spirits. The purpose of a monitoring spirit is to gather info about you. That's why you can't tell everybody everything, and you can't post everything about your life. Granted, when God uses us, he do we give testimonies, but the key word of a testimony, you got to go through the test first. Some of y'all be talking about the test when you're going through and wonder why you can't pass it. Be quiet. Go through it first and then give your testimony about what God has done. Like I'm telling you, it's real about here. Y'all better pray a prayer. Say, God, look, remove. Don't say show me because I don't want to see. Remove every jealous friend, every monitoring friend, family member, anybody close to me that's not for me in the name of Jesus.
Another thing I want to say is a lot of times, you guys, y'all love to say, "Oh, my haters be watching me." That's not a good no. We don't want that. Because a lot of times not all the haters that watch you care. Like they want you to mess up. He said, "What the hell is Disney Princess Mode?" Disney Princess Mode Therapeutic Healing Frequency Music Channel is when you run it like la 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 running around talking to birds and chipmunks and shit, and them niggas is talking back and sending you when they sending you, you know what I'm saying? Like and said, what was it, Cinderella, night and day is Cinderella, and they over there giving you all the stuff to make your dress and all that stuff. That's not when you're communicating with the animals to that level in a mass thing, and they're communicating back with you. I don't know if you remember, but in the Bible, back in them times, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the things had the heads of animals and the feet of people, or the feet of animals and the heads of people. You know, and the animals was it was a child. That's what Disney mode is. When, you know what I'm saying, people are sitting up here and the animals are sitting there like my good sir to be driving a car. You've seen the meme of him driving the damn car and he always into something. I know you've seen it because it's all over Instagram. He stay driving that little car. That is not an animal activity. You know what I'm saying? Or when you call a squirrel, say, "Get out the street," and then the squirrel look at you and say like he arguing back. Like that's not animal activity. It's a lot of non-animal activity going on. That's what I mean about Disney Princess Mode. That's happening now. Are you serious? You don't see that happening now. It's not it. You don't be paying attention, handsome. It's really, I promise you, it's happening now. It's not that it's happening now. Go through you must not be paying attention. Go through your little Instagram reel. Cause I like cats. So I be looking at them little funny cat memes and stuff like that. And they be really acting like people. The dogs be acting like people. They be arguing back. They be having full-blown conversations. Yeah, that is going on at this present time. I'm not playing. I'm dead serious. That is really going on. All right, hold on. I want to show you guys. Hold, let me I want to show you guys this. There's a This is a lady. I can't find part 1. I'm sorry, and I did have part 1, but it won't play for some reason. For some reason, part 1 won't play. So I have part 2 here. I have part 2 here. And this is
Makia part 2.
Hold on. This is the man, and he's talking the girl right here. This girl is she's possessed. And parkmakia is another word for like pharmacy or medicine and stuff like that. So I want to play a little bit of this. If you're squeamish, don't watch. But I want to play a little bit of this because he asked the unclean spirit within her. He's asking him questions. It's questions, and it is answering. And I want you guys to see. I made it big so you guys can see it. So hopefully you guys can see or read some of the things that it is saying. And it's really disturbing, but it's disturbing, but you really need to know this.
What is going to do to the people in the long run? Kill them before repentance. When are they going to die? When are they going to start dying? What's the plan? I don't know.
When it bleeps,
it's going to kill them. Does
parkmakia is pharmaceuticals. It's like medicine. It's like, when you go to the doctor and he gives you pills, that's what that is. That's when it bleeps out. I don't know why it's bleeping, y'all. That ain't none of my business. But when it bleeps out, that's what it's saying, and that's what it means. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you go to the pharmacy and it has medicines, and I saw part 1. And part 1 was talking about the serpent. And the serpent, the two snakes wrapped around the pole like in medicine. So I just want to give you a little background. All right.
Protect them from COVID?
Not at all.
Not at all? But they say it protects them from COVID. So you say it doesn't at all?
Because they were also working with us.
Who?
The ones that say it works.
Really? Now, why do they want to kill the people? Why is Jesus coming soon? So they're trying to kill as many as they can before he comes. When is he coming? Soon. You don't know. No one knows. But we know it's soon, right? Time is short, right?
That is why all this craziness has been happening. Jesus is coming back soon, y'all. You have to repent. You have to confess all your sins. Confess them out loud. And repent, which means turn away from them. Repent does not mean confess them and ask God, please forgive me, and then go and keep doing it again. You have to stop doing it. You have to turn away from it. And don't tell yourself you can't. Don't tell yourself it's hard. It's not hard. So that was one girl who was possessed, and the guy was interrogating the demon and getting the demon to reveal their plans. And a lot of people in the comments are going to be like, you shouldn't talk to demons. Jesus talked to demons, okay? Was he wrong? And a lot of people are going to say, demons never tell the truth. Okay, really? Because demons said that Jesus was the Son of God. Were they lying? If you take power and authority over demons, you can command them to do what you tell them to do. And if you command them in the name of Jesus to tell you the truth, they have to tell you the truth. But you got to use discernment, okay? Now, I know that the things that the demons were saying in this video are true because I already knew them. I already knew that they were true. But the profound thing for me watching this video is to hear the demons admit it. So now we're going to look at the next part of the video where he's talking to another demon and another woman. And what this demon says is mind-blowing. Check it out.
So where have you been every time we've cast you out? Waiting. Waiting for what? Oh, waiting for a good place to come back. What's a good place to come back? Door. So you're waiting for a door to be opened. What doors? do Christians open for demons to come in? Unforgiveness, hatred, and fear.
Unforgiveness, hatred, and fear. Now, these are not the only doors that demons walk through. These are just 3 doors that this particular demon admitted. There are a lot of other doors that demons can walk through. But these are 3 of the most common ones: unforgiveness, hatred, and fear. Did you know that not forgiving someone or hating someone or being afraid can open the door for demons to come inside your life and sometimes come right inside of you? Did you know that? And did you know that the demons will wait and wait and wait and wait until you open one of those doors? Some of you watching this video have already opened one of these doors or some other door and let demons come in. There is a way out. His name is Jesus. We're going to talk more about that in other videos, so follow me for more content like this. But for now, let's continue to watch this exorcism.
Everybody's so fearful of COVID. Is that an open door?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Yes.
Do a lot of you fear demons coming because of COVID and the fear of COVID? What about when people take in fear?
Our plan.
Your plan? So was it your plan? Was COVID all your plan? Really? Who planned in? Sit up straight. Who planned in? The devil, really? I thought it's people that planned it. They get used. Do they know they're getting used or don't they know?
Not all.
Not all. What is in? Isn't it just medicine?
No.
It's medicine.
No.
It's helping people.
It's harming people.
It's helping people.
It's harming people.
But it's from doctors. The doctors say we must take it.
They work with us.
Do they know they're working with you?
Some, yes. Some do.
Did you know that they were working with Satan? How did you not know when this is their symbol? Look at this. 2 serpents wrapped around a stick with wings.
Okay. So, yeah. Let me see. I wanted you guys to see that. I wanted you guys to see that because it's not a joke, it's not a game. There is a sincere and a serious warfare, spiritual warfare going on. You know what I'm saying? And the people that are in the most danger, in my opinion, are the people that try to tread the line. Stop trying to tread the line. All right. So I'm gonna play the little rest of it. And I do not believe that doctors think they working with Satan. I don't believe that. I don't know what sir is talking about, but I wanted to play it because I wanted you guys to hear. I wanted you guys
working for.
I'm sorry. I want you guys to see the interview. Let me see. I think it's another one. Another interview. I lost that crazy stuff. Hold on. Okay, wait a minute. I want you guys to see the interview. That what it was. That was it was. But I think that was the last of that interview. I think that was the last of it. Of that one. But I wanted to see that. I wanted you guys to see that actual interview. You know what I'm saying? But there are ways. There are ways to, protect yourself. Just like be a morally good person, bro. Like it's not that hard. It's not that hard. Just have some sense with yourself. Just think, would I want this to happen to me? Would I want this person to do that to me? That's really all you got to do. Well, one of the things you got to do. Then you got to just educate yourself on the history. One thing about that is they have to tell you. They have to tell you what they're going to do to you. They might put it in the movies. They might put it in other ways, but they're going to tell you what they're going to do to you. Don't just think it's nothing. Just be like, oh, that's just a movie. Don't think that. Don't think that. Always like take heed to the warnings that you get, because then you'll try to say, oh no, I didn't know. Oh, you knew. You just didn't want to pay attention. And that's what people too. I'm gonna do a little quick commercial break.
As the founder of
What's going on?
As the founder of Immjuss LLC, I am proud to offer services that can help improve your mood and overall quality of life. I understand the importance of self-care and mental health. I have dedicated my time to discovering how art, music, and smells can help bring joy into people's lives. Immjuss LLC offers a wonderful collection of paintings, extraordinary scented candles made with natural herbs and flowers, consulting services for advice and listening, as well as moon water. Visit immjussllc.com. No matter your needs or desires, you'll find something special here.
All right, so always listen to your intuition, because your body is never going to tell you wrong. Your mind is going to tell you. Either you need to listen to it, or you need to not listen to it, or you need to get the hell away from this person. Your body is always going to tell you. Your mind is always going to tell you. One thing about me, I be having a problem with listening to my intuition. All right. So that's what I wanted to say. That's pretty. I've been on here for an hour, 18 minutes. Your good sis, I got to do some Candace. So I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you guys for listening. I am so appreciative, and y'all have a blessed day.